Sanibonani, igama lami nguNkosinathi waKaMkhize. Ngugcwabe, ngukhabazela, kaMavovo, kaZihlandlo, uGubhela, umumbo omhlophe wasembo, okhanyama sesiswini, uSingele, ungunesi, usibiye eside simjebhelezane, usibiye eside simaphandle, saphandlela abenguni bavunga. Today I want to talk to you about the walk-in. Let's talk about the walk-in and how it is supposed to work in its basic form. Excuse. Last time I spoke about karma. That is when I mentioned the walk-in concept. I spoke about the stand-in first, and then I said the stand-in is the one who incarnates in a place of a group member that is finished. To facilitate the same karma that one who couldn't return as it was scheduled to do so. I also said the stand-in is a very different kind of individual, often appear unbalanced to the society. This person is playing a karma that is not his or hers, for the benefit of those around him or her who need it. I want to ask you something. How do you react towards those who appear unbalanced in our society? I also spoke about the walk-in, and then I spoke about the two scenarios. When you talk about the walk-in, you have to mention these two scenarios. The first one is where there is one who take over during incarnation because an existing human is finished with the karma and can leave. We spoke about the swapping of souls with the same body, allowing another one to come in without the biological birth. I said that this is more common to after a long extended coma. Sometimes you find that you also have a life-changing dream of some kind. The second scenario will be, it's also common for the same entity to reincarnate within the same human during the same lifetime. And this follows a near-death experience or a trauma of some kind, where a human death was seemingly averted and the individual seemed to be changed forever due to the experience. Both these methods, they are used by Amatongo to accelerate group karmic experiences or group karmic timing. Because when we speak of Amatongo, when we speak of things of the ancestors, of the spirituality, we can never run away from the karmic experiences. Picture this. You are minding your own business with your own soul. And then because of something unusual, which I will describe soon, another soul walks in to your life. The result is that you become so different that you don't even recognize who you were before. Even those around you will ask, what have you done with so and so? Do you get the picture now? The perception is that the soul you were born with goes away somehow, or stays in the back seat somehow, and another soul comes in somehow. Again, it is a walk-in. Ubuze laba abafembayo, they will tell you about this. So, before I discuss any more of the reality of what might actually be taking place, I want to talk about these attributes of the walk-in. What happens most? It is common for humans to experience an emergency situation, whether it is in an accident, in a hospital trip, or something at home where an event happens called a near-death experience. Even this term near-death experience is mislabeled. Our definition of death is very linear. And scientifically, many have died several times on the operating table. This event is what the metaphysicians have termed a near-death experience. If you talk to someone who has had a near-death experience, there are varying stories. Interestingly enough, they are not always positive. It has to do with consciousness of that one who has an experience. But in this case, let us talk about those of high consciousness who have had an experience and have come out changed. What happens during a near-death experience? First of all, the idea that you died is not accurate. You died clinically. You would know if you were dead. Believe me. When the brain starts to realize that death is imminent, there is something beautiful that happens. It's called a safety valve. A safety valve is a consciousness of benevolence that comes over to you to protect you from what you have been told is the horror of death. Safety valve starts giving you some wonderful feelings of benevolence and light that you will never forget. It is common to almost all those who have experienced positive near-death experience. It is also common for those who you might have seen who actually passed over in their deathbed. They don't go screaming in horror. They go peacefully and often with a smile. It's because of this safety valve. This is the gift within the chemistry of consciousness to allow every human being the opportunity to go from one life to another in peace. For the near-death experience, those who experience this program, death program, will often see themselves in a tunnel. Perhaps they will see an amazing light and feel the perfect love of Amatongo ancestors, and they are not afraid. This is the program, and what I am telling you is very accurate. In those times where death seemed to be imminent and could be imminent, the brain is programmed for the truth. The body doesn't know the difference. It doesn't know whether it is dying or not. But the brain starts to run a program of benevolent love to let you feel the truth of it. It starts to show you the other side. The truth is that your consciousness, will continue. I know death is coming, but it is beautiful. There is no shutdown, dear ones. There is no horror story here. There is no evil apparition that will circle coming at you. Instead, there is another loving and beautiful reality coming, and it's going to be okay. Listen, this is the core truth that is hardwired to yourselves and your heart and your brain. Your true essence is awakening, and everything is all working together to show you it show you that you won't be afraid. It's working together for you. That's the love of Amatongo. That's the love of the ancestors. That's the love of Idlozi. It is a death program. But what often happens, dear ones, is that you survived and you come out of that experience changed forever. Because this death program started to run yet you didn't die. You experience a glimpse of a core spiritual truth. Then you come out of a near-death experience and suddenly everything seems different in your life. It goes beyond anything you might have experienced so far in your life, and you become so changed that you seem like another person. Sometimes you are affected so much that you go beyond what you were before, that some may ask, what happened to the other person? Do you see what I mean? Did you receive the soul specifically for another human being? That could be the question that you can ask. The answer is no. That is so controversial, isn't it? But what does it seem that you did? Okay, now think out of the box. Let's really identify what's in your soul. Does your soul include potentially those family or those you have met in the past lives who have melded with your soul? Yes. Your soul is not your own, dear ones. It has family in it. Does your soul have only one conscious in it of you right now? Or does it also have a conscious in it of who you also used to be in your past lives? You see what I mean? Do you now see the complexity of idlozi? If we say liyakudlozomela, how many personalities are there? Can you really count all those personalities? The truth is, you carry all of them now as we speak. Do you see how connected you are to your own past lives? You are more of a soap. Uma uphethe inkomishi yesobho, awulokhu ubheka ukuthi oh kunale ingredient, there is also this ingredient, this. You just enjoy the soup. The problem is, you want to look in the mirror and say, one human, one soul. One reflection, one face. I own my soul, and nobody is in there but me. Think of this verse. Greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. But what about all the helpers and the guides that comes with you? Where do you think they live? On the ceiling? On the corner of your house? On the corner in your room? Well, Dr. Vivi Omkhize has said that you are umsamo. You umsamo wena. You yourself, you are a shrine for your ancestors. Baphila kuwe, they live in you. Where are the energies of who you used to be in your past life? In your past lifetimes? They live inside you. It's inside you. It comes with the soul. You just happen to be in charge of that beautiful, unexplainable, multidimensional thing you call Merkaba. Not knowing it contains pieces and parts of you and your helpers and family. Now, that's complex. Your Merkaba is the vehicle that your soul is packed or it's packaged within. And it also not all here. Now, that's even more complex. There is a lot there. With your soul is not all of it inside you. as we speak. That's a topic for another day. Back to the walk-in. Do you know where else you might see this attribute of walk-in? It doesn't matter what the belief system is. For there often comes a time where a human being has wallowed in an old energy for years and then has a massive consciousness shift. Perhaps there is a healing, there is a love of God that is revealed by a pastor, that is revealed by a priest, or that is revealed by a shaman. And the human is struck with a brand new paradigm of realization that they are also included in the love of God. So if this happens, are they a walk-in? Did you ever interview them? And they will say, yesterday I was one person and today I'm another. I would never do what I did before because today I have a love of God. Does it sound familiar? I'm a born again. I'm changed. Does it sound familiar? They may quote scripture to you as a proof because for them that is absolutely the core truth, which is love. They feel it in their heart and they know they are different. That's not a lot different from a walk-in. Now, is it? I will also do part 2 of this topic where I will cover ukuthwasa and continue with the near-death experience. Hope everything that I shared with you has reached your favorite interest. Ngiyathokoza kakhulu, ngiyabonga kakhulu ukuthi you are taking your time to listen to me giving you information. I will continue sharing this with you, my fellow ones. Namaste.